2-0 sweep with your Monday free picks, and then a 1-1 split last night, cashing in with Villanova, losing, unfortunately, with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'll tell you what, guys, the Villanova game was one of the early games on the card, and it was my second favorite play yesterday. One of the worst things as a gambler has got to be when you like a game that's early, but you eventually bet the late game, which I did last night, which was Arizona minus, at the time I released the Wildcats, 24.5 points. And they went up to 27.5 points. And they, of course, were a late game hosting Utah Valley in Tucson, waiting, knowing that your early free pick came in, and the game that you actually gambled on was the late game, and you had to wait for it forever. Well, thankfully, the Wildcats delivered last night. But, hey, listen, it's one of those things. Different set of Wildcats, different coast, but I still won, and that's all that matters, damn it. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here. This is going to be your Wednesday video report. I've got 3 more free selections coming your way in just a moment. 2 in college basketball, 1 in the NBA as I take a look at the game between the Magic and the Washington Wizards. Listen, as far as I'm concerned today, last night's play on Arizona was my 3rd straight 10-dime winner in football and basketball combined since Saturday, and tonight going for winner number 5 out of 6 overall, but raising the bar this evening, guys, with a 15-dime release. Now, a 15-dime play matches my normal top-rated play in any sport, and I've had 3 of them so far in college basketball this season. They were all Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday right before Thanksgiving, and I cashed in with every single one of them. Tonight, another, my rivalry lock of the year, BYU and Utah. It's a late tip-off at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at the Marriott Center in Provo. And you can get it for $19. That's right, $19, saving $80 off the regular price simply by using coupon code AL19, AL19, AL19 all together. Matter of fact, you got the first 3 15-dime releases all for $19 as well. So let's try to complete the grand slam here tonight. Scott Delaney. Huge discount today on his max wager winner number 7 out of 9, his one and only $100 non-conference mismatch of the year, a 20-point blowout on the late card, not the same game as I am on. In fact, I don't even have an opinion on this particular contest. 109 plays in all sports, past 3 years, 74, 45, and 2 roll. Save $77, get it for $22 using coupon code SCOTT22. FYI, $10 bettors have won $43,335 with his 50-dime releases or higher in all sports the past 3 years. Hit the big plays, guys. That's how you make little bankrolls turn into big bankrolls when they grow up and go to college. So that's what Scott's going here tonight. Now, the bad news is yesterday, Gabriel DuPont, first ever 150-dime college basketball play of his career. TCU was laying 133 points at home, and the Horned Frogs didn't even come close to covering. I think Gabe thought he was betting actually on the football team, not the basketball team. But, hey, listen, the bottom line is this. He lost the play. In the previous 5 days, he was 5-0 with 100-dime releases, all of which you got at discounted prices. So he cashed in with 5 100-dime plays for 500 dimes of profit, lost 165 dimes last night. I would say that over the past 6 days, you still have nothing to be sorry about in terms of Gabriel DuPont. And the other bad news is the charity play of the week lost yesterday. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm looking at the plays yesterday. And in our business, when a game has too much weight on it, that's always a bad sign. And what weight means is when you find suddenly a bunch of handicappers who are scattered all across the country that don't talk to each other. I'm seeing their emails come through customer service, and I'm going, Craig Davis, Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Redd, Dallas Mavericks. Now, Brian Rosica, Dallas Mavericks. And I had already put out Craig Davis's play as the charity play of the week yesterday. And, of course, you saw the Mavericks got mauled last night by Memphis. So, again, too much weight. Always a bad sign, seemingly. Maybe it's a wives' tale. Maybe it's just superstition. But I believe superstition has a place in what this thing we do called gambling. Okay, let's talk about your complimentary plays here tonight. I'll start in the NBA with the game between the Magic and the Washington Wizards. Don't look now, but the Magic are actually playing some pretty good ball. They capped a 3-3 road trip by beating Utah and Sacramento. Now, the Jazz are a middling team, and the Kings were without DeMarco Cousins, but still, they beat them both. They also beat Phoenix. Hell, they only lost by 1 point to Golden State, a game in which they had a double-digit lead in the third quarter. So now they're back home, taking on a Wizards team that's playing its third game in 4 days. But it's even a more tiring stretch for Washington because the first 2 games of this stretch was the home-and-home series with Boston. They lost at Boston, came back, blew a 23-point lead, rallied to win in double overtime. So they played a heck of a lot more time than just 2 regulation games during this difficult 4-game stretch. And they've lost their last 2 games on the road. Anyway, I like the magic in here. Tobias Harris, who has scored 21 or more points in 3 of the past 5 games. Nick Vucevic is back tonight. He's expected to be back in the starting lineup. He's missed the last 4 games with a back injury, back sprain, actually. And yet they won 2 of those games to finish up the West Coast road swing. So I'll take a shot with Orlando plus the 4.5 points at home. I think my favorite free play, though, however, tonight comes in college basketball. It's another rivalry game. Now, I'm on the rivalry game between BYU and Utah, but the other one tonight is Colorado State and Colorado. Colorado State is getting 5.5 points in this one. Rams, that's Colorado State, off to an 8-0 start, but let's be honest, they haven't played anybody. Their biggest opponent has been UTEP. Buffalo's 5-2, coming off a 7-point loss at Georgia. First road game was a loss to Wyoming. So they've gotten hammered a couple of times here. Rams are the better rebounding team, rebounding their foes by about 7.5 boards a game. I don't care who you're playing. If you hit the boards hard, that often gives you the second chance points and opportunities that you're going to need. Just checking the latest line here, I see Colorado is still a 5.5 point. I'll tell you what, Buffs have won the last 2 in the series. But I like Colorado State plus the points in this one. I'm going to go with Colorado State plus the 5.5 points. The other complimentary play is an interesting game between Penn State and Duquesne. Don't look now, but the Lions are off to an 8-1 start. Best start in, my God, a decade for them. You got a Duquesne team that went 7 for 23 from three-point land against Pittsburgh a couple of nights ago at the start of their current road trip. And this was a Dukes team that entered that particular game against Pittsburgh as the #1 3-point shooting team in the country, right? And they just didn't deliver. Last year, at home, Duquesne lost to Penn State 68-59. And how ironic is I'm telling you about their poor 3-point shooting against Pittsburgh, that I'm also going to tell you that last year at home against Penn State, they were 4 for 23 from beyond the arc. Lions are off a 73-69 win at Marshall, up 13 early in the second quarter, had to hold on for dear life in that one. 14 turnovers did Penn State in, nearly cost them that game. Before that, in their last home game, they had to rally from 8 down early in the second half to beat Virginia Tech 61-58. There, they used a pressure defense and a strong rebounding advantage, 47-38, to take care of business against the Hokies. I look at this game. And let's be honest, the Lions aren't blowing anybody out. Matter of fact, their last 6 wins, they've all come by single digits, okay? 3 of them have been by just a bucket or so or less. So, it's a game that you're always going to be leery laying the 8 points. But at the same time, how can you get that much support for a Duquesne team that before playing Pittsburgh played Bluefield State? Quick, give me the nickname of Bluefield State. Don't look at me. I don't know the damn nickname. I didn't even know Bluefield State out of college. I don't even know where Bluefield State is. I'm not even sure what Bluefield State, if they've had a basketball team for that long. Matter of fact, guys, I do not want you guys to be on Jeopardy tomorrow night and say, God, Al DeMarco did not help me here. Where the hell is Bluefield State College? Gotta love live videos. I just thought of this. Bluefield State College. They are, wow, U.S. News says they're one of the top liberal arts school in the nation. Now tell me where the hell the school is located. Guys, I'm doing this for your benefit. Just remember that. Bluefield State College. Okay, they have a basketball team. I can tell you that. Where are they at? They're in Bluefield, West Virginia. There you go, guys. Don't ever let it be said that I am not just a wealth of information helping you out on these days. Anyway, who the hell have they played? Other than Bluefield State, Abilene Christian, New Jersey Tech, Howard, and then they lost at Pittsburgh. So this is only their, sixth game of the season. Meanwhile, Penn State is playing their 10th. A little bit concerned that Penn State is a poor free throw shooting team, only hitting at about a 68% clip, but I'm willing to lay the Penn State 8 tonight. Once again, I'll lay the points with Penn State -8 in this one. Grab the points with Colorado State at Colorado. And in the NBA, take a home dog that's playing well, and that would be the Orlando Magic. That'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all. And I will catch you again on Thursday when we do this one more time with a little NFL action coming your way.